Hey, what's up everybody? Today, I'm going to try to teach you how to wheelie. Hopefully by the end of this video, you will have learned something, and you'll be on your way to doing dank nooners. Now, full disclosure, I'm not a professional rider. I'm pretty new to this myself, but they say the best way to learn something is to try and teach it on your own.
Boring.
So that's what I'm going to try to do. Step 1, wear your protective gear. Yes, I see that I'm in a t-shirt. I know some of you guys will probably at me, but it's like 90 degrees out here. I'm on a small bike. I'm not going to be going that fast. If I take a spill, that's on me, and I'll take the blame. At the minimum, wear your helmet, wear some pants, some shoes that go past your ankles, and some protective gloves. Step 2, identify a very nice, wide open area with low traffic, and try to be as far away from law enforcement as possible. I know they're going to do their patrols. They might come back here. They bothered us here before. They say, you guys are fine, just be safe, and keep it off the streets. You got it, dude. Step 3, start your motorcycle. Step 4, mount your motorcycle. You can apply this part to most motorcycles, but there's going to be a sweet spot in speed where the bike is going to stand up the best and the easiest. For the Honda Grom, I find it somewhere between 6 miles per hour and 13 miles per hour. We're going to go with 10. So, to practice, the very first thing you want to do, get rolling. On this hand over here, your clutch hand, you're going to pull in the clutch, maintain your RPMs, rev it up a little bit, and then dump it. And you'll feel the bike try to jerk out from underneath of you. This is normal. Repeat this process, gradually increasing your RPMs each time. Just like that. Again.
Do it again.
Now, the next step we're going to do is we're going to focus on our rear brake. This is going to put you down in those scenarios where you're tipping back too far, and it's going to make sure that you don't roll the motorcycle over backwards or looping it. So we're going to mix the first step of dropping the clutch, and then we're going to tap the back brake to get the feel for it and put ourselves back down. All right, clutch in, rev, up, brake. Just like that. Clutch in, rev, up, brake. And try not to slam your front forks. They will bottom out on certain bikes. The Grom is one of those. So try to let it down easily. You'll eventually find that happy medium where you're not slamming it down, but you're also not scaring yourself too much by going too far back. And keep in mind, it's not all about the brake and then throttle. There's this thing called throttle control, and eventually you'll find that happy medium where you'll have the throttle control to keep the front end in the air, and you'll just be using the back brake intermittently. It's super important to spend a lot of time on these first few steps because laying a strong foundation is the key to building up from there. Let's get a couple more practice runs in. Clutch in, gas, up, brake. Again, clutch in, gas up, brake. And one thing that I have a bad habit about is trying to pull the bike as it's pulling itself off the ground after I dump the clutch. You really don't need to do that. You can do it. It will help the bike pull up with less RPM. However, you're going to risk throwing yourself off balance. So try not to create that habit, and you'll have a much better experience and easier time learning how to wheelie. Now, let's combine all of our steps that we've learned so far, and let's pull the front tire up, and let's ride it out. Not bad. You can see on that one, I clicked into second gear. That's a little tough to do if you're just learning. Master the basics in first gear. It will be much easier going forward. In fact, learning slow wheelies is probably the hardest kind of wheelie to learn because it's so easy for you to tip over from side to side, and then you end up chasing yourself. And you'll see the guys online riding in the streets doing that thing on their two-stroke dirt bikes where they're wheeling side to side. Those are really, really good riders who are very advanced in their wheelie practice. I do not recommend chasing your wheelies. If you find yourself wobbling side to side, make sure that you're on a level surface, because once you start chasing it, if you chase too hard, you're either going to low side or you're going to find traction and it's going to buck you over and you're going to high side. Speaking from personal experience here. Okay, here we go. We're going to do all the steps. I'm going to talk you guys through it. Ready? 10 miles an hour. RPM. So that was all first gear. And you saw I was controlling the throttle. That's that throttle control I was talking about. You don't want this. And yes, there are guys out there that can do that. But if you're just now watching this video to learn how to do wheelies, I wouldn't start doing that. You're going to create a bad habit. Wait until you're more practiced and skilled. Here we go again. 3, 2, 1. All throttle. This time, we're going to throw some brake into the mix to push my front wheel back down, and then I'm going to control the throttle to bring myself back up. I hope you guys could see that, or at least hear it, where my bike is coming up, I'm putting it down, I'm bringing it back up and putting it down. Doing everything in a nice, controlled manner. You don't need to be super jumpy with it. Just really practice your throttle control, and you can get wheelies down pretty quick. It took me a long time to get to this point. I am not good at wheelies. I never have been, but since I've gotten my new Grom, and it came with the Solid Stunts 12 bar, I found new inspiration to practice them more and get better at them, because I've always wanted to be good at them, because, let's be honest, this looks pretty cool. Alright, this will be the final wheelie. I'm going to do a click into second and try to ride this one out for a minute so you guys can see what a successful wheelie completion looks like. So, here we go. Right there at the end, I got a little bit uncomfortable and I got a little bit too vertical for where my comfort level's at, so I just put myself back down with my rear brake. It's that easy, and believe me, watching it, it looks simple, but once you're actually out on the bike and doing it, and you're having to control all these variables yourself, and it's your body at risk, it suddenly becomes a lot more difficult than it is on paper. That's gonna go ahead and wrap up today's video. If you have questions that you want me to answer a little bit more in depth, leave them in the comments below. And last I checked, only 6% of you are subscribed who are watching my videos. If you found this helpful and you really enjoyed it, please consider subscribing and leaving me a like. It helps other like-minded people see my videos. And if you're enjoying it, and someone else has the same mindset as you, why wouldn't they want to see it too? I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and ride safe. That whole ride safe thing I do is kind of ironic given that I'm doing a video on wheelies. You guys get it. Two-wheel life. Peace.